Hi, guys. Welcome to Women of Wisdom Power Inc. podcast. Tonight's topic is Let It Go. There's a lot of things in our life that we just can't seem to let go. Why is that? Good question, right? Many of us deal with things and sometimes we just don't understand it. And half of the time, we just like the way it feels, or we are just so in tune with it that we really don't even know where to begin to let it go. So tonight, we will be talking about ways to let it go and some of the things that we are into and we just can't seem to shake it. I've been there, and I know many of us have, and many of us can relate to today's topic. Let it go. So let's start. Tell your friends, tag someone if you like, and also share my podcast. Let it go. Let it go can mean a lot of things. Let what go? Well, we can let toxic relationships go, for one. We all had a toxic relationship. Maybe, I would assume, out of 100% of people, maybe, at least 73% had toxic relationships. And we just had to let it go. Whether it hurt us, whether it made us cry, whether it just made us feel a certain way that was just totally uncomfortable. And we really didn't want to let it go, but we had to because we were feeling this way in different ways in our life. The other things could be a job that you are just so tired of being on. And you're there because you just feel, well, the job that I'm on, I've been here many years, or maybe the job that I'm on, I only been here for 3 months. I don't like the people. I don't like the surroundings. And hey, I don't even like the job that I'm doing. So that could become toxic, make you feel uncomfortable, and you just gotta what? Let it go. Two things. Another thing is compromising your life for others. Now, a lot of us put ourselves in situations and you are compromising your own life and your well-being because you feel sorry for the person, or you just want to try and make things better for the person, but you are putting your life and everything else on hold. That could become toxic as well. So we have to let it go, right? And it's hard. Another situation could be I'm eating food that I know is not healthy for me. And I know that I shouldn't be eating food, but I'm still eating the things that's not healthy for me. So what do? We have to try to what? Let it go, right? Some of us are in places in our life and we don't really like the place that we're in. What do? We have to learn how to let it go. And so dealing with let it go, things in our life and our surroundings, we have to try to shine the brighter light over the darkness of the let it go things that we need to let go in our life. And I know it can be really hard and difficult because I've been in many places of let it go and I just couldn't let it go for a while until it made me sick, made me cry, made me sad. And I just thought things was going to get better and I thought things were going to change. But instead, I stayed. I stayed in this situation. I kept this job. I continued to do things that I wanted to do, and it was a let it go thing. So until we realize how the situation is definitely affecting our lives, we're not going to be able to let it go. We're not going to be in that stage to let it go, because we are going to enjoy the moment in time with the let it go that is in the darkness and is not really facing the light because it's causing you problems. Are you guys following me so far? I hope so, because it's so hard to let it go, let it go, let it go. It's very hard. Some of us can't face the truth. Some of us have to lie about every situation possible in our life because we can't let things go. We can't let the other person just be happy. Let that light shine that this individual have and just let it go. Be happy for that person. But instead, you want to still bring negativity in their life with your let it goes when you know darn well you should let it go, but you want to bring the let it go in their life. That's not being a true friend. It's really not. Let it go. When we want something so bad in life, we have to put something to it. It's like doing an action on something, not thinking about it. You could think about something so long in your life, and it could become where, wow, it's so connected to you, and you don't realize that you should let that go. Because by feeling comfortable with it, you know it's not right, and you're not trying to let it go, then that's another situation in your life that you cannot even assume and even try to let it go because it feels so good in your life. Thanks for joining. So let it go. You know, it's hard for people to let things go. Now, here's another thing. What about grudges? People hold grudges against each other for no reason at all, right? And it's hard when you wake up. I know for me, if I have a grudge or when I lay down, I try not to go to sleep at night with any grudges, or I try not to go to sleep with any negativity in my life or any sorrow or sadness. I mean, I can see if you lost a loved one, you know, that's different because that's a time where God give you the time to grieve and take place in your life. So that's different. I'm saying if you had an argument with a friend and you go on to bed because you're still mad and I just don't want to forgive that person, let it go. Okay, let it go because you're not going to be comfortable and it's going to make you sick. Okay, so these things, trying to let it go to bring life, laughter, and love in your life, if you don't let these toxic things go in your life, you're not going to see the difference in your life. You're just not. You're not going to see it. If you're just joining me, you can just always go back and replay, let it go, and from the beginning, and then you'll be able to catch up. So I was just shouting out some things about things that we encounter, some of us, and we don't know how to let it go in our life, which is very difficult. So I named a lot of things already. I didn't get to the part yet of how to solve these things. So yeah, let me continue with let it go. Some of us sit back and watch other people do a lot of things, right? And it could be a let it go thing because you want it so bad, but you're not even doing any action to take place. So that could be a let it go too, because it's not bringing you any peace around your life because you're just watching and watching, you know. So you have to want to change your life by letting things go in your life. Okay, this podcast is about let it go, letting things go in your life. And I know it's hard for many of us, you know, so, but let me tell you this. I was going to say this for another podcast, but I'm just going to tell you guys just a little bit of what I want to say to you guys tonight. Everybody, even including myself, I had so many let it goes in my life, from relationships, from bad habits, from doing things in this world that I knew wasn't right. And I had so many let it goes that it felt like it was bricks in my life. Every day I would carry these bricks on my back because I thought, you know, that it felt good. I thought that, oh, maybe I can just continue to act this way or do this way or work here or do this. And I know it was let it goes, but I just never let it go, right? And so in order for me to have let all those things go, it actually broke me down. It broke me down and I realized, wow, it's time to let it go. So I let it go, right? And it was really hard, you know. And the biggest thing for me that I had to let go was forgiveness in my life. And I had to it was so hard for me to let go of relationships that I was in. And when I look back at it, I'm like, wow, I feel so good today because I let it go. And it really helped. It helped so well that it made me the person that I am today. You know, and some of these things happened recently. Some of these things happened years ago, but it was just like a pile up of bricks. And I just had to release it. And I just released it. And I released it in a way where I want all the light of God's love just to pour on me. Pour so I can pour out to others. Yes. And it's amazing. It's amazing, guys, you know, and I feel so good. And I don't want to go back into the things that I was not letting go in my life. I just don't want to. It's like I like the life that I'm in right now, you know, and right now, this is not even a season for me to try to compromise other people. This season is about me. This season is about living a life that I am in right now with God's light of love. This season is about doing me. This season is about recognizing everything that I've went through in life. This season is about life, living, you know, making myself laugh, making myself happy. And this season is about me embracing everything that God has for me. And I want to share two things with you guys. Two things tonight that is very divine in the spirit. So there's some lamps that I have been riding past for like almost a year and a half since Israel was doing football. So I will always go past and the street is very busy. So I just never had time. You know, I was like the football mom running here, working, doing this, have to make dinner for Israel and all this stuff, right? So I was like, gosh, I really want these lights. I really want these lamps. I really like these lamps. So these lamps, you guys probably seen them before. They're like shades. You put the shades over them and they have little bitty bulbs and they could be different colors and they could be, you could dim the light. So I've been seeing these lights for a while, right? I told you guys I was going to tell you two divine things that happened to me already. Well, three things, but I'm going to only share two. And so I said, well, one day I'll stop in. One day I'll see how much they cost. One day I'll go buy them, right? Well, recently I changed my whole room around, right? My bedroom. And I went over to my girlfriend's house, right? One of my girlfriends. And she was like, Pam, you know, I'm cleaning out my place. You know, I was just wondering if you wanted these lights. Immediately, when I saw those lights, all my spirit was said to me was, Pam, these are the lights you wanted that you've been passing up for a year and a half now, and you never stopped to get them. She gave me two lights. I put one in my studio here, and the other one is in my bedroom. Now, they may not be brand new, but they're the lights that I wanted. And I was so appreciated to get them, even though they were used, but I knew that it was divine, you know, and it felt so good to just even receive those lights. So I am so grateful to look at them. I'm so grateful to use that as a night light, you know, before I go to bed. So that's so awesome, right? Here's the other really divine thing. You guys are going to be like, what? Okay, so the other day, no, just yesterday, I was sitting in my living room and I was just meditating, just thinking. Sometimes I want to sit quiet to hear what the Spirit has to say to me. Just have a mind thinking, relax with quietness. So it was really quiet, right? So I said, man, I thought about a mirror, right? So I have a mirror here when you walk in my door, but it's not one of those new mirrors. This mirror probably been on the back of this door for many years. I wouldn't call it a mirror to see through because it's not one of those bright mirrors and really, you know, where you can really see yourself. So make a long story short, I go outside, right, in my back, and my neighbor downstairs, his friend, he does mirrors. He work in a mirror place. This is so divine, you guys. Listen, I'm not kidding. And I had this thought just with me, right? In my spirit. I go outside yesterday, right? And his friend goes, happy birthday to you, Pamela, because my birthday was Saturday. And I was like, thank you. That's so sweet. And he said, I want to buy you a mirror. I said, a mirror? And when he said that, and then my neighbor told me, oh, my friend works in a mirror, like studio mirror place. And I was like, whoa. I said, stop. That's what I said. He said, what's wrong? I said, I don't think you'll understand, but I was just telling my mind that I needed a mirror to put in my studio on my wall. So when I put on, you guys know I have an online store with fashion clothes and stuff, but I want to do something else for my Woman of Wisdom Power. And I was saying, I just said to myself that I needed a brand new mirror to put in my studio so I could stand in front of it, put my clothes on, take pictures, and talk to my ladies about just looking at yourself and see what you like about yourself, to embrace you. And here's my neighbor friend said, Pam, I'm going to come and measure your wall, and he's going to put up a mirror for me. That is called divine. That is called divine. See, when you're doing things right, goodness come to you. We are rewarded with our good deeds. So I just wanted to share that. I know I got a little bit off the subject far as let it go, but I'm just telling you guys, when you let things in your life go that is toxic, you will be rewarded with great rewards in your life. And you just spend a little time meditating on God's word and praying, your whole life will change. When I tell you my whole life will change, it will change. Today, I had a family member talking to me, and there's things that I will embrace on when I'm talking to people. And it was something they said, and I had already said it, and they didn't believe me. And I just said, I said what I had to say. I used to explain, and I could tell I'm changing. My whole spirit is changing. I'm like, I don't want to get upset about this. I'm trying to live a peaceful life without stress. And I know things happen, when you got to get stressed out. But if my spirit and me can stop it and work together, it's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. And I stopped that right away, right? I stopped it right away. And it felt good. I was like, man, thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank me for recognizing that I could stop things like this. It is so powerful. So let things go in your life. And how do you begin? I'll give you a couple things, and I don't want my podcast to be so long because I don't want to bore you guys out or anything. But I want to tell you this. In order to let things go in your life, you have to take an action. You have to take an action, and you have to treat it like a powerful action in your life. Like it's going to affect your life. So when you take an action and you get rid of all these let it go things that is toxic in your life, you're going to be a better you, and you're going to see the difference around your surroundings. I really don't think I have to add anything else to get that done in your life, but I will add something else. You can also pray about it, and you can also hold on to your faith and know that I can do this. It may be painful, but I can do this. Maybe you can think about that. If I do this, my life is going to change for me, for the best. So why not let your life change by getting rid of the let it goes that is toxic in your life to have a better life? I'm telling you, my life is I love my life. I love where I'm at right now in my life. And it feels so awesome. So try to let these things go in your life. But you have to take an action, because it's going to start with you first. And sometimes you can write down some of these toxic things in your life, and you can stop doing these things to become a better you in life. You have to stop doing it. You have to stop. I don't care if you ate 3 candy bars a day and you know that sugar is not good for your body. You don't have to be a diabetic. If you know those 3 candy bars is not good in your life and you eat 3 a day, you know that it's not good. Stop eating them. If you're in a relationship that you know you don't feel right in, and you know it's toxic for you, and you think things is going to change, let it go. It may hurt you, but let it go. The pain will go, but eventually you won't have no more pain. You'll be feeling so good about it. Let it go. Don't sit somewhere and make yourself sick about your situations of your let it goes and you don't know how to let it go. Let it go, because you're going to feel better about yourself. There's going to be a light in you, okay? And you'll be able to share your stories with people. Even if you don't want to share it, at least you'll be saying, thank you, Lord, for releasing these let it go toxic things in my life that I don't have anymore. Let it go, because you're going to become a better you. I had so many things that was toxic in my life of let it goes, and I couldn't. And I let it, some of them felt so good. I just want to keep doing it. But I knew it was toxic. I knew it was going to harm me. And I had to stop. I had to stop. So I want you to do the same. I want you to try. Write down some things tonight that you feel that is let it go toxic things in your life. You may think, oh, that's not really toxic. That's nothing. Oh, but it is. But it is something, because it's toxic in your life. And you're allowing to not make you be the person you are today. You're allowing it to not make you feel happy about yourself. You're allowing it to enable you in your life. You're allowing it to not stand up for yourself. You're allowing it to not really be true with yourself. So it is a let it go toxic. Let it go. Write those things down and let me know what happens. Let me know. And I know your life will change. Get rid of the let it go toxic things in your life. Because I know if I can do it, I told you guys what was the hardest thing for me. It was relationships that I was in. And it was also forgiveness. Because my child was murdered. My 13-year-old son was murdered. And I had to let things go in my life. And it was really hard for me to forgive those people that did this to my son. Especially 12 years later with no justice. I had to let that toxic, let it go. So this light that y'all see on me right now, I let God step in and help me in my spirit. So let it go, guys. Let it go. Write down the things that are toxic in your life and let it go. Until next time, thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. I do my live podcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I did miss last Tuesday. I was so excited about my birthday. I was recuperating and things like that. But I do a Saturday chat. So I'll see you guys on Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. But I will be doing a Saturday chat with you guys. Until next time, peace, love, and joy to you all. Bye.